Hey, welcome back to the Georgia Sunbelt. Layout update number 2. Not much difference from layout update number 1. However, I'll show you a couple of things I've been kind of working on here. One of the things I was doing here was I was going to use this technique of using this foam board for doing rows. I saw it on I think it was Geno's. I think that's how he says, G-K-N-O-S, Genos or something like that, where he used this foam board and then stained it to make it look like a highway. So I was going to try that technique over here and see what I can do with that. I had started building some buildings. I do not have one thing that's completed as far as the building is concerned. I'd start building that church. As you can see, it's partially completed. I had also started building this, I'm going to use it as a truck repair shop, and I had tried a technique I saw on NS Model 24 for making the brick, putting the concrete in the brick, in the cracks, so making it look like concrete. Mine didn't look as pretty as his does, but when you really get up close and looking at it, you can see it come through. This was just an old, I think it was a model power kit service station that I'm going to use as part of the truck repair shop that I'm going to put in over here. Here's this house right here. Whoops, oh, back out. This house right here, I think last time it was still in the package. I had started building this house, and I was playing around with it. Was it was white, so I kind of dulled it down with some I can't remember what color paint I used. But it was, it was thinned out paint to make it look a little bit weathered. Since it's going to be so close to the railroad, I actually want to light this, and so I've cut out a floor that I'm going to be putting in there, and going to figure out how to put some curtains and some furniture and things like that. I still have to complete the house. There's some more pieces in the front. That's the back and front porch and things like that. It won't actually go in that spot. Well, let me back out a little bit here so you guys can see. It won't actually go in that spot. It's actually going to go over here on this side. And again, I'm going to be cutting that down. That's going to be just like a kind of a swampy water scene. So that's about all that's really done over there. Nothing's changed up here. It looks just like it did the last video. As I go around, I still haven't fixed that hole, but I have an idea for that. This is going to be like a small town scene up here, and there's going to be a road coming in over here, and I think I'm just going to like build a little bridge, have like this little swampy area, and I don't know, sort of like a little, I don't know, mini park scene with a little lake thing right in the middle of town right there. I think that's what I'm going to do with that, but I'm not 100% sure yet, so that's still in the progress. Man, that's a mess over there. I still haven't finished that building. I took most of the stuff off of here so I can get a clear view of what I was doing. I think I might have put this paper in since the last time since that last video. I can't remember if I had done that or not as part of my lake pond scene. Then there's going to be like a stream that comes down, and it's going to come in onto here, right here. Let's see, if I go around here, nothing's new, nothing's new, nothing's new, nothing's new, nothing's new, nothing's new. The bench work used to stop, where did it stop at? Right there. And as you can see, I had acquired some more space here, some more real estate. So my bench work now extends all the way out to here. I got another, I think that is like 12 feet of bench work, and I'm actually going to, this end is wider, and I'm going to bring it back in. What I want to do up here is where I've put that board, as you see right there. I want to put a small yard up there. Someone suggested I needed a yard, and I was like, yeah, you're right. I need a yard. Put a small yard up there. And one of the things I want to find out if any of you guys use this microengineering yard track switches, the system they have. since it takes up a little less space and I don't have a lot of space, and that will maybe be perfect for what I want to do. But I just want to get some feedback if anybody's used that before, if it's difficult or if it's a pain in the butt or anything like that. Just let me know. As you can see, the bench work comes in. It's going to extend out there, and it goes back into here. I'm not going to put a backstop on that. It's just going to be like visible from both sides over here. So that's pretty much it for this layout. Like I said, I hadn't done much of anything, and I'm hoping you guys aren't getting too sick with me moving around here. One of the things that's going to happen as I go back around to this side, where you see all that weight equipment, it's going away. So I will gain some more real estate over there. And I think what I'm going to do is, this is my initial thought, is that I'm going to continue that around. It's going to end over here and put another little small yard over there in some industries, maybe a little small town, and operate it as a point to point. So it'll come in, the point to point will come in here, around, up, all the way around, coming back around, and it'll be another yard up here to this point. And all this stuff in the way up here you're seeing, I was going to talk about a little bit, some stuff I acquired. Actually, I acquired it before I made the last video, and I was going to talk about it on the next video that I made, but as you know, I didn't get around to making that video. These tank cars right here you see, I only took one of them out. They are Walther's Genesis tank cars. I was up at the Dallas train show in the spring. I think it was late spring. I can't remember exactly when it was. And this guy was selling these things for 12 bucks. I couldn't believe it. I got there early, and I was one of the first people to walk in. I walked over to his booth, and there they were, 12 bucks. And so I said, something's got to be wrong with them. So I took each and every one out, and they all look pretty good. Nothing seemed to be missing. All the details are there. The ladders, as you can see, the ladders are a little bit crooked, but that's no big deal. The one in the box behind it is straight, and the one up top is straight. The one in the middle that someone tried to do some weathering on, it does have a broke truck when I took it out. And I said, hey, man, this thing's broken, man. You're not going to sell this for 12 bucks. And he says, oh, you can just have it for free. So I got the three white ones for 12 bucks and that one for free. And so I pushed my luck while I was at it, and there was this boxcar sitting there. I think it had a price of like $6 or $8 on it. Someone had been doing some weather and had started some graffiti. There's graffiti on both sides. And I saw these other two cars up, the hopper car and the open Norfolk Southern open hopper and this other hopper. And I says, just on a whim, I says, hey, I'll buy these two if you give me that one. And he looked at me and says, okay, they're yours. So I got the boxcar for free, and I got those two hoppers. Then at the same time, I got these Kale and Slurry tank cars. Not from him, it was another vendor, I can't remember. These things aren't that cheap. I think they're like maybe 70 bucks or something like that for the three. But this guy, I talked him down there. I got the 2 3-packs for 50 bucks a piece, and then I didn't haggle on the other one right there, the dry branch one. I just paid the price he asked for on that one. But I got those for like 50 bucks a piece for the 3-packs. I thought that was a pretty good deal. Then the coupe de grace, I guess you want to call it. This is something I acquired before. I had told you guys I hadn't gotten into the scale trains. Well, now I'm in the scale trains, and these things are absolutely gorgeous. I got one Norfolk and Western. As you guys know, I'm a Norfolk Southern, Norfolk Western, Southern guy. It's not enough light in here, so it's not going to come up real clear, but got this ST40-2, and I think I want another one of these. The detail on these things, you can't see it in the camera, but it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. And I picked up this C39-8 Norfolk Southern with Southern Heritage, and I got 2 of those. But the other one is I forgot what that railroad's called, Pennsylvania Northeastern. The other ones are Pennsylvania Northeastern, and my goal is to take that other one and someday patch it out for Georgia Sunbelt. Some people say, why you might wonder why I'm having these big road diesels on a railroad that's not really that big. I just really like big road diesels, so that's what I wanted. But I haven't even run these things yet or tried cranking them up yet. I just actually took them out of the box before I did this video and was looking at them. The Norfolk Southern, the 40-2, there's a little piece in the box that was laying there. I have no clue what it is yet. I haven't tried to figure out where it came from. But if anybody recognizes that, let me know. But it came off of there somewhere. But the details on these things are awesome, man. The fans, and on this one, I think what's that? The dynamic brakes. I think that's what you call those in here. The dynamic brake things. These are pretty cool. I really like them. Like the way they look. This one doesn't have any ditch lights, and I don't think this has. Yeah, neither one has ditch lights, but I'm no big deal. The time of modeling back in the early 90s, late 80s time frame, a lot of diesels didn't have ditch lights, I don't think, back then. So that's pretty much what it is right now for the Georgia Sunbelt Railroad. Man, I've got to go back and redo and do track plan. I got to pretty much start over to figure out what I'm going to do here again after acquiring that and that other space over in the other corner. And I was using AnyRail, and I haven't looked at it in 6 or 8 months now. Got to teach myself again how to use AnyRail. I mentioned in my previous video about the boxes of stuff I acquired. It's over here. These boxes there, I'm not sure exactly what's all in those. But I said I would do a video, and when I open those up, so we'll all see it at the same time. There was one group of boxes. Oh man, I hope I'm not messing you guys up here, moving this camera like this. There was another box that had a bunch of stuff in it. This was all S scale and O scale. There's a lot of Plasticville buildings. None of them are assembled. So since I'm talking about it, I guess I will go ahead and point and show this one. I don't know what this one is. Switch tower. There's a church. House, ranch house. What is that? Corner store. Transmitting station. I guess that's a split level. It's a big split level home. A barn and another small Cape Cod. But these are all S scale buildings. I don't know what S scale buildings would look like on HO. So if you guys know anybody interested in S scale buildings, let me know. I might try and make a deal. Make a deal if they want some of this stuff. I'm sorry about what's going on here with the video, guys. Let's get back up here. So if that didn't mess your brain and eyes up, thanks for watching. And I will be I'll make one, I guess, sometime soon on opening up all those boxes and on the progress that I'm going to be hopefully making soon on this layout. So have a good night, guys. Bye bye.